Hello everyone and welcome to our 122nd weekly webinar series. I am very pleased that this innovative virtual forum has been so well received. It has given us an opportunity to scale this event to a wider community and be even more inclusive. It's a notable achievement to mark 34 months of cooperation between all AABN members to leverage AABN as critical driver of development. Since the launch on 27 June 2020, the forum has garnered a lot of interest and excitement from all regions of the world, with a cumulative attendance of over 9,500 attendees from around the globe participating in more than 121 virtual sessions, which were organized by AABN team with over 125 plus speakers. The forum has had the best balance of participation both in terms of members, regions, and gender. From the beginning, our goal has remained the same: to help entrepreneur community replicate examples of good and sustainable use of AABN, and to encourage everyone to make good and timely use of the rich database available. Today's reality demands innovation and empathy for the customer from businesses. Customers are not only looking for the best service, but also the best experience. We work with teams who are pursuing a grand vision, an idea that could really have an impact for the customers and for the business. This vision is fantastic, even necessary for keeping the team motivated and going in the right direction. But to wait until that vision is completely built to test for desirability, feasibility, and viability is foolhardy. Tests for all three characteristics need to be built during implementation so that adjustments can be made to keep you on the right course. The ideal innovation process is the trifecta of desirability, feasibility, and viability. The end goal of a design thinking process is to create a solution that is desirable, feasible, and viable. This means that your product should satisfy the needs of a user, be feasible to implement, and have a financial model as well. During the bulk of your design thinking process, your focus on desirability as you are concerned with testing your ideas and validating your hypothesis about your users. Towards the end of your project, however, you should bring the focus on feasibility and visibility so that your solution can be sustainable. In today's webinar, Mr. A. Neeleshwaran will help us look at the best ways you can make sure that your design solution is feasible and viable on top of being desirable to your users. I have the pleasant duty of welcoming and introducing Mr. A. Neeleshwaran at Making Concepts Click, a step-by-step guide for entrepreneurs, an interactive business networking webinar. A. Neeleshwaran completed his bachelor's degree in mechanical engineering from the Anna University College of Engineering, Guinea campus, and belongs to the 1998 batch. Post his graduation, he started his career at Otco India Limited and had exposure to quality control, production engineering, R&D of industrial valves. He gained immense knowledge and experience during his tenure at Otco India Limited. With this exposure gained, he moved on to Alstom T&D India Limited and pursued a career as a production manager in localization of high voltage switchgears, involving in product development, planning, and product testing. Having acquired substantial experience in various fields, he then moved on to innovative engineering solutions, where he is the founder. He built a team around him and gained multifold experience in special purpose missions, prototypes, manufacturing, and new concept generation. At Innovative Engineering Solutions, they are into precision machines and fabricated parts. He has varied business interests, convert ideas into prototypes, renewable energy sources. Before concluding, I would like to convey my appreciation to the speaker for his time and support in contributing to this webinar, as well as my colleagues in the core committee for organizing this webinar in these challenging circumstances. I thank you all participants most warmly for your participation and wish you all success with this webinar. In closing, I reiterate the commitment of AABN to continue to strongly support the entrepreneur community. Thank you, and over to you, Mr. Neeleshwaran.
Good morning, Mr. Gopi. Good morning. Thank you for giving me this opportunity, and thank you all, dear friends. I will just share my views on product development and guide to leaders. Okay, so what I'm going to present now today is how to convert ideas into reality. It is only a rough guide, and it is my personal opinion. all the pictures, all the data from the internet. Nothing is new from me. Okay. So. Okay. So we can see everywhere. We can see around us everywhere there are ideas. We have so many ideas, so many experience. When we see some new things or novel mechanisms, novel machines, or novel things. So we all are very excited. We are very excited, and we want to start something new. We want to develop something new. We want to give some ideas or at least some suggestions to improve the existing process. Okay. So, but how to start our own company? When it comes to starting our own business or our own venture, we have a lot of bottlenecks and lot of constraints. So my point is how to start. So first and foremost is we have to make a in-depth SWOT analysis. So as you may know, I have just given a snapshot. SWOT stands for our strength, weakness, opportunities, and threats. So what we have to do is we have to find out what is our basic strength, in what area we are strong enough, and what area we need to have some development, and also what are the opportunities available in the existing scenario where we can do something, and what are the threats, what are the competition, where we can what are the obstacles in my way to success. So all those things we have to make. Then it should be a non-biased, and the objective of this self introspection is to not to get demotivated. It is to get a fair good idea what are our negative things and how we can make it as positive, and what are the threats, what are the possible threats, and what is the contingency plan in case suppose something is not falling in line. So this is the basic SWOT analysis. So I will just put an example. How when something is good, then nothing. So an example is when we see some women tying flowers on the market, or when we in our own homes we can see lot of eggshells. So what we can do? So what we have to do is we have to first find out a real life problem. Can we do something on it? And is there some solution which we can offer? Alternatively, we can also find out a gap in existing service scenario and think how to bridge the gap. Can something be done? And these are all some examples. One is, as I told you, the women tying flowers and the eggshells. And also, if you see, nowadays, everybody uses RO water. So the RO water consumes, takes lot of groundwater. So RO water consumes lot of groundwater, and it converts some water to potable water, and some almost 60 to 70% is getting wasted. So can we do something on it? And when we can find lot and lot of natural resource getting sorry, I think some problem with my so can we do something on this steel houses, and how can we do something for whenever we do exercise? Can we do something to convert our exercise manpower to some energy, workable energy? And on the bottom corner, you can find people growing kirai or some vegetables under the solar panel. So these are some of the small ideas whether we can do something. So basically, I have put a small picture how to convert your idea to reality. So first you can see we have an idea. Then from that idea, what we have to do is something like a concept. Then based on the concept, we have to put some brainstorming. We have to put some alternate designs. Then we have to make a prototype. So for prototype, better than going for a prototype, we can go for a scale model. And from that scale model, we can make some improvisation, some improvements, and go to proto building. Then your testing, the patents. Then we have to release the drawing for the manufacturing. So now I've come to the problem identification. How to identify a problem? Because I have shown some real life problem. So these are all this particular tile laying. I had a diploma engineering group of students in 2005. So they wanted a solution for tile fixing on vertical tile fixing. So we made some crude machine for their project, but in the market something is available like this. So this and next is a very similar problem for climbing coconut trees or palmyra trees. So there is a machine. So somebody while looking at that problem, they have come out with the solution, and now it is. And this also this also we have seen the problem with the rodents. So now they have improvised the model, and now this is in the market. So these are all some of the problems which are made to solutions like vending machine, 3-wheel chairs. So this is something like your day-to-day problem. Day-to-day, you can see. I want the fish to be cut in exactly similar size, same size of fish. So we have a machine for cutting this thing, and there is some incinerator for burning this sanitary napkins and the septic tank cleaning. So there was a lot of safety issue and the ego issue and the personality issue. So that we have that somebody has made a septic tank cleaners everything. Okay. So next we have something else like there is some gap in service provided by existing service providers. So there is a service available for this market, but there is no such service in this region. So you can see this this presentation. We have in the olden days we had Jet Airways, Indian Airlines, or we have to go for train. But on the right you can see Air Deccan Gopinath. So this was a gap. So he studied the gap and he modified his idea into a flight carrier, and now you can see lot of low cost carriers and lot of people going for air travel. So this is also another example. One is the picture is self-explanatory. You can see the evolution of Tata Nano, and similarly you can see Nescafe and Sunrise. So the smaller brand has come with a sachet, and there is another thing called Swiggy, Tomato, all those things. So they have identified a gap. So and they converted that into a business, and you can see the hotel booking apps and all the flight booking apps. See, he is telling we can give 50% off, but he is not even owning a single aircraft, but he is offering. So he identified the gap, and they have turned it to a good business. So right now I am coming to the what are the steps? What are the steps for the problem or gap identification? So we have to first identify a gap or identify a genuine problem around us. So it should be existing. It should be existing in the present scenario. Or you have to identify a gap in the service. And then we have to see for that, is there any interested party? Who is interested? If somebody else is really interested, or can it be made with the alternate or something? And what is the purpose of the solution? Is the solution offered by you is concerned about the safety or fatigue reduction or de-skilling? After identifying, another in-depth analysis we have to do is what is the time frame for giving a solution? Will the problem exist till we give a solution? That is the main thing. So next we have to think: is there a available nearest ready-made solution? If there is something ready-made available, then better we can modify that instead of going in for a entirely new solution and making lot of efforts. We can slightly modify the existing solution and we can do. And then we have to see whether there is any regulatory or standard requirement. Suppose you find we can do this, we can do a automobile like this, but we have to then find out: is there any regulatory, is there any automobile standards, is there any road standards available? So all those things. Then one other most important thing is there any intangible expectations from the product? So whatever solution you are giving, it should have an intangible benefit. So that maybe we should think, we should brainstorm, we should discuss with the experts and find out: is there any extra critics? So then comes, so first you identify the problem, or then you identify the gap. Now come, what is the idea? What is the solution? So basically this presentation you can see the solution is inside the problem. So only thing is we have to think. We have to think creatively. We have to think genuinely. We have to think from the user's point of view, so we can find out the solution. So once you are clear with the solution, solution 1, solution 2, solution 3, there may be 2 or 3 methods in which you can solve the problem. So each and every solution will have a time for implementation. So that we have to clearly study. Then what is the cost of giving the solution? Then what is the acceptance? Customer should accept your solution, and it should be worthy. It should have a life. It should have a social status symbol or everything. So next, what is the viability? Is it can be, the solution can be made with the existing technological involvement? Then what is the financial break-even, sustainability? What is the scalability? What is the likely competition? Once you make this solution available in the market, how easy for the competitors or easy for any person to imitate it? So then once the product is very easy to imitate, then whatever effort you have put in the development thinking, everything may have a reduced profit or reduced effect. So that is why we have to think in all these aspects. And if we think in all these aspects, we have to make a in-depth analysis. We have to discuss. We have to study lots of literature, and then we have to zoom in. We have to zoom in on the correct. We have to zoom in on the correct solution, which is apt for this problem. So once you have done with the apt solution, and you are now determined, okay, let me go and make this solution workable. So once you have that gut feeling, then what you have to do is you have to make a proof of concept. So to make a proof of concept, and we have to find out whether whatever you think, whatever you imagine, whatever you assume is really workable, or is it only an assumption? So what you have to do is, first we have to, rather going in for a prototype making, we have to make it for a proof of concept stage. So you can see in the picture also. So the proof of concept and the final product may entirely vary, entirely differ. The proof of concept is in no way nearer to the final product. But what we are trying to check in this stage is whether our assumptions are correct, whether our thinking is correct, whether we are telling this is the input and this is our desired output, whether the system is giving in like that way. So we have to before entering into this proof of concept, we have to clearly put what are the parameters to be checked in each stage, what is the budget allocated, what are the tests planned to check whether our assumptions are matched, and what are the improvements on assumptions, what are the modifications on product prototype. So once you are clear on all these, then we have to enter into the proof of concept stage. And once you make the proof of concept, then we can go for we can tell what is the proof of concept, what is the prototype. So proof of concept is to just check whether our idea is achieved, whether idea is correct, whether assumptions are correct. But the difference between this and prototype, the prototype will be something like a look and feel. Whether we can, what is the product, that is almost a replica of the product. So next comes once you clear all these things, and if you clear your proof of concept, improvement designs, and whatever it makes amendments to the original design, amendments to the original assumption, and maybe you have to entirely rework your assumption. So first you thought, okay, no, this will work with 1 ohm thickness or 2 ohm thickness. So once you make your proof of concept and you see for yourself, you find out no, it should have minimum 10 ohm thickness. So once you are sure about the 10 ohm thickness, then you have to entirely rework your product, and then you make another proof of concept design if you have any doubt, or you can go directly to the prototype stage. So once you come to the prototype stage, there are some 3 or 4 types of prototypes. I am just looking at only 3. What is a functional prototype? That is, you make a prototype and you can do some testing, some discussion with your suppliers, discussion with your competitors, customers, everything. And there is another thing called look and feel. So that is only for you to feel to have a look, whether it is how it look like. Is it aesthetically appealing? Is it does it have a radius, or does it have a stress concentration factors, stress concentration areas you have to identify. In some castings you have to find out what are the bottlenecks in pouring. Will there be any defect? So all those things for you to estimate, you need to have a look and feel product. Look and feel prototype. You can have 3D printing, and next is a scale model. Scale model. What you do, you directly scale down the size by some 0.5 or 0.25, depending on the product, and then you find out how it look like. Is it okay for you to handle the product? Where are the points of support you need to give for the customer to handle? So for making this prototype also, the plan is there. The development plan should be very clear. What are the material of construction to be used? What are the 2D and 3D drawings? We have to make some strength analysis whether everything is okay. And then we have to choose the best process by what method you are going to make. Is it by 3D printing, or is it by casting? Is it by welding or fabrication? Is it by full machining? So then what are the external agency tests? Is there any external agency test like a gas leak test or something? So that we have to. Once you find out the prototype, then you have to make the improvements. You have to make a study. You can do a cut section. There are a lot of facilities available in the market, like 3D scanning, or you can do a wire cutting and you can study what are the defective areas, probable defective areas. Then we have to find out how the product is performing versus our original assumption. So what are the product requirements? Then we can have a in-depth value engineering studies. Each and every part, every component, every area, what is the value it is adding to the component? So can this functionality can be modified? This functionality can be given, can combine with this one, so to reduce the cost, to reduce the lead time, to reduce the strength. So these are all some of the prototypes. So we can make for quick understanding, we can make a thermocol product. We can make a pattern, and we can then make into a casting. We can do the machining. We can find out what are the prototypes. So once you are completing your prototype stage, then you can begin your product. So that product we are going to exhibit in an exhibition. We can go into the discussion with your marketing. You can discuss with your shareholder. You can discuss with everybody, with your prospective customer, and get their feedback. So these are the basic steps in which we can do the prototype and product manufacturing. So once you make the product and then what is the life cycle? So this life cycle of the product is a very important criteria which many people ignore. So in the product life cycle, you can find there are introduction stage, growth stage, maturity stage, and each and every product will have a decline stage. So these are the requirements, or these are the characteristics of all the stages. Then we can see the plot in sales versus time. So in the growth stage, you find that there are a lot of profits. The customers are increasing, and likewise the competitors also will increase. So once the competitors will also increase, then your sales profit will reduce. So at that time, what we have to do, so this is another sales and profit and revenue. So here also you can see your profit. Profit is maximum at your maturity level, and revenue is also maturity level. Then you become all the competitors are there. So at this time, what we have to do is we have to go for a product extension. So once that is continuous improvement. So we have to make continuous improvement, and at this stage, what we have to find is we have to make a product extension so that your product is live and it is sustainable in the market. A beautiful example is for our automobile cars. They are introducing. Take for example Hyundai. They have introduced Sandro. The Sandro is their workhorse. So now previously they used to put Sandro zip drive and so many things. Then you put Sandro thing. Now they are putting a Sandro lot of EV. All the features are available in the high-end model. So we have to also consider this product extension mode, so that our the product after the maturity level is still in the growth phase. We can extend the product extension. So these are the basic guide so that we can release the product into the market, and we can make amendments, make design improvements, make continuous to make sure that our company is self-sustaining and also our product is also self-sustaining. So in this with this scenario, we'll find out. I'll throw some light on what our innovative engineering solutions our company can do for so whatever we are doing, I'm just giving us the next slides. So we can make our prototype development with customer design. So if you have a design, and you want to see the product in function, so we can make all these prototypes as per your design, as per your drawings, or as per your idea. So we can make. So these are all some parts which are developed with the customer's design. Customer design, and customer has given the entire spreadsheet, entire requirement, entire specification of the parts. So we have made this component. So you can see on the right, this is a scale model. Actually, this is a scale model which is used in a remote operated wall under sea. So it is so this wall with the hot facing. We have made this is a scale model. So we can make some work tables. These are all concepts to see whether it is used in the production. Can it reduce some skill of the fatigue of the operators. So this is also a torque top, and you can see this is rapid prototypes. This is the left. This is something similar to our engine. So this is also a part of an engine. So the customer wanted us to make a 3D printing of the engine. So then we gave him a casting. So this is a pattern with the thermocol. So once after this thermocol pattern, there was a lot of modification of the product, and then the casting. So you can see this type of castings are made. So this is something like a fabrication of customer specific. So customer, these are all prototypes. There is not a production. Whatever I have shown in this presentation are all prototype or machines. So we can these machines are made based on customers' ideas. So customer idea, customer requirements, based on the customer requirements, we work together with the customer and we make out these machines. This is a precision screw jack. This is a vegetable shredder for the military canteen. This we have done rotary barrel polishing machines. This is existing and this is available in the market, but there is the customer wanted some special application. He wanted to make a special amendment to the design inside the barrel. We have a lot of small serrations, so that we made this machine for it. This is reconditioning of a water jet cutting machine. So he had a genuine problem in his water jet cutting machine. So we made a small re-engineering, some modifications. As you can see, this is a blending machine. So this is also available in the market. Such machines are available, but the customer wants an extra modification, extra performance. So in this case, he wants mixing of the masala. So mixing of the masala to be done in a very short time. So that is, he will put corn flour, he will put chili flour, and he will put coriander flour, and he'll just switch on the machine for 2 minutes. So it will be mixed. So that type of requirement we made. And these are all some of the B2C products. So in this case, you can see all these are available in the market, but there is some extra requirement of the customer. So this one is a sewage pipe robot. So this one we have done for some customer who is in this metro water line. So in this B2C products, you can see this is something you can see for all the marriage functions and everything. This is a sky shot stand. So this sky shot stand, we made this sky shot stand based on customer complaint. So his complaint was when you put a sky shot, it misfired and there was some injuries. So we made this prototype for it. So we can make all these things for the innovators, for the prospect innovators. If they have an idea, we can bring all these into action. So this is what I have I have given. I have made a small program. So you can have any questions. You can please feel to ask. So I can give some guidelines.
Can I? Hello.
Hello.
Can I ask some question?
Yeah, please.
Okay. Do you make? You said you make SPM machines.
Yes.
Do you make with PLC controls or like access control? What kind of like do you use Siemens?
Yeah. We can make, but we have external. We combine with external our partner. So we make the mechanical parts. We make electronics part like PLC and servo machines or servo drive. We join together and rework.
And what about the program? CNC program?
We don't offer CNC program because we don't have that expertise. But the making the machines we can give in Fanuc or Siemens or now Pragati has also got a controller. So with all those things we can make a machine and give it to you.
Okay. The program we have to do the program for the.
Yeah, that is normal. But PLC program we can do. We can combine with our partner and we can do.
Okay.
So Nilesh, this is Raghu. So at the India level, are there any forum or a platform or association for companies like you? I'm just trying to understand, what is your competition in the market? And I see there is a wide, need for companies like yours, because all SMEs, SMSEs, won't have a dedicated facility to do the prototyping or do all that, but they can outsource it to you and you can get it done for them. So my question is, are there any forum or association for companies like you who are into only making this support the innovation or making prototypes?
No, your question I don't have an idea because but people come to us by word of mouth. So
got it, yeah.
You don't go for any marketing, but people come to us by word of mouth, and we have also tried in the past when some customer tells, okay, this product is available as a standard. We have to just give the sizes, so he will make this conveyor. We'll make this lifting mechanism. But whenever we went there so that we can get our work reduced, we find that they are also starting from scratch. So
Okay.
all the machine manufacturers, all the SPM manufacturers, they work on requirement only, and there are only some handful of people available to make it happen.
Got it. Thank you.
Participants, you may unmute and ask questions, please.
We have also done some. I have not displayed all my old product because we don't have an practice of taking photograph of the job made, because everything is we are not done a machine next time. So whatever machines we make or whatever products we make is only for meeting that particular customer's expectation and requirement. We have also done some good work for to make the pharmaceutical industries the test tube test tube pressing machines, test tube handling machines, where the cost of the product is very, very less. If you compare with the manpower requirement of that industry, the cost of the product will be very less. For example, we can get a test tube from China or from any other countries for 1 rupee, 2 rupee. But if you take into account the labor involvement, so we cannot even give the salary in that for that 1 rupee. So for them, we should make machines. So those type of machines also we have made for handling this test tubes, for handling the small hairs. Hair industry is very good in India. So what they call it is a hair extension. So for those type of companies also we have done some work. We have done so many work for import substitution. So import substitution, we can save a lot of business in import substitution. Whatever products or whatever materials, whatever raw materials or whatever mechanisms we import from China. Once you import from China, we can do a re-engineering. So that is a very good business. So any innovators who are seeing for that type of industry, so we can do a lot of things for them. Once you get a machine from China, and we are very sure that it will after 1 year or 2 years, there will be some small problems with the mechanism, problems with the ball screw, problem with the bearings will come. So from that we can modify that, give strength to the machine, and then we can make a new machine and we can sell it to the similar competition. So that means if you want cup pressing machine or tapioca leaf pressing or this pakumata plate. So all those things they make beautiful machines. Chinese products are very beautiful. So once you get a machine and you make these products, and we can do a re-engineering of the machine, and then we can sell it to the concerned competitors or customers or people who are interested in going for that particular business. That also we have doing.
Where is your workshop or your factory or?
We have a small workshop and factory in Ilkatlai. It is near Pallavaram to Tolapakam Road. So we have only around 10 or 15 people.
Okay.
We have VMC and all the building facilities. We have tie-ups with machining people, CNC. We can do a lot of machining on VTL and everything. So,
Is it in that there is a industrial estate at that intersection? There is a is it in that industrial estate you are got? That,
yeah. Near, there are some companies like Baliga, some emissaries there. So it's in that. Eachangad. It is called that. That is called Eachangad.
Okay. Can you put your address on the on your thing so that we can connect?
Yeah. Please, yes. Hello, voice not clear. No.
Can you put it in your presentation so that we can?
Yes.
Or you can put it in the chat also.
Okay. I'll put. I think I will amend and I will share. Yes.
Okay.
Anyone else has a question? You may please unmute and ask your questions, please.
So Neelesh, among all the projects you have done, are there any top 5 which you would like to quote? Some prestigious clients, or you have done any work for any central government organizations, or I think they will have their own units, but still, if you have served any of the any big names, we would like to hear. Yeah.
Okay.
Some small projects, though it seems to be college project, we have done when interacting with our college students, we get lot of ideas. So the college students have a lot of ideas, but they don't know how to make it happen or how to make their idea into reality. So when I think we made normally we used to make some 10 to 15 projects per year for the students. There was one of the project I have put in my slide, the vertical time fixing machine, or that's a requirement. So his father is a mason, and supposedly he broke down some few times while fixing the vertical fashion. So he came to me and he asked, "We want to do a project like this, so it will be helpful to your to masons like my father." So that time we made a machine for them. And another time there was another boy who came for me to have a something like a, what is that, machine for rolling this roof sheet rolling. So there were so many advertisements in the TV, and he had seen a lot of factories with the blue coated sheet. So he came to me and he asked, we need to make a rolling machine. So we made a small. They are not workable models, but they are scale models. But we can give some thin sheets, and it will convert into a roofing. And we made another project for race car. So made a race car for some students in Satyabama, some university. So in that race car, the specialty is it can run with battery, and also it can run with the Honda two-wheeler engine. Another interesting machine is the monobike. So that monobike, I think it was a very novel idea, and I have not even heard of a term called monobike in those days. Maybe maybe last 10 years back. So I have not heard of what is a monobike. And once he showed me the video of the monobike, we made a monobike for him with a cycle stand. So that was interesting, and it was powered by a TVS 50 engine. So TVS 50 engine, we made a monobike, and we made some work on the solar panel sun tracking systems. That is to increase the efficiency of the solar panel. So sun tracking systems, but all these things we have made only for students. So that is where they have ideas. They have lot of collaboration, because each and every individual, then you put together as a team. So they are coming as a team for 10 students or 5 students. They have got lot of ideas. Even if you have some bottleneck, they will give some ideas. So we get an idea from the students. So also if you take the industrial setup, we have done some work on maritime. That is that deep sea walls. I have shown one scale model of the ball wall. So it is a special material ball wall with inside there is a hard layer of coating to the moving parts. So that was for the offshore petroleum refinery. Then we have done some work on cryogenic couplers. So cryogenic couplers, the tank unit and the hose unit for minus 200-degree application. So where we cannot even handle that units. So we have to design some fixtures. We have to design some handles for all those things. So that are some of the main projects which immediately popped up.
Thanks, Neelesh.
You showed some parts with Teflon coating in your presentation.
Yes.
Can you, who does this Teflon coating? What is the thickness? Because I have some requirement. Who does this Teflon coating? And not Teflon products, Teflon coating, and what will be the thickness in microns, or can you tell me?
Teflon coating, we have some 2 or 3 people in Chennai. I remember one person in Attipet. He is doing Teflon coating. We have done some chapati making machines for one of the restaurants. So he wanted to make us a chapati machine. So chapati making machine we done with pneumatic cylinder.
Okay.
It's not a continuous one. So it's something like your market available chapati maker. So we put a piece of dough on the platform. So and you operate the pedal. The top will press and it will make a chapati with a small preheat. So there will be heater inside the top and bottom plates.
Okay.
So for that we have to make a food grade Teflon. See, in the Teflon also there are so many things. Food grade Teflon.
No, I need only industrial grade, but
so that we can make in Atipet. Maybe I will circulate in the to Mr. Gopi.
no, I will meet you. I mean, and then these are because we don't have time and to do all these things. You can make actually for us.
Yeah, we can do it. We can do it. There are people for making Teflon coating, and anti-seize coating also is available.
Okay.
So in short, whatever I want to say is, if you have an idea, we can make a solution for you.
Okay, I would like to, because I am as you can see, I am 62 years old, and I've been an entrepreneur all my life. I never went for a job in that sense.
Okay.
The real problem for entrepreneurs is resource. Resource, when I say money, time, and manpower.
Yeah.
Nobody gives any money for ideas. I mean, they want to see. I mean, even they say startup and all that. Now, you need time and money to do at least the prototype. At least that much you do. Somehow the students are not leveraged. See, we have I have found lot of benefit in using students for my projects because they have time. Their expectation of money, once they become a salaried person, they changed. They metamorphosis into employees.
Yeah, definitely.
The moment they become employees, they start asking how much I will get, what is OT, what is my benefit. As long as they are student, they are ready to stretch. So maybe if you fill petrol in their bike and give them biryani, as much biryani to eat, they are very happy. And I mean, you can share ideas because they are engineering students. So somehow entrepreneurs don't use colleges for developing products.
Yes.
Actually, colleges, with so many engineering colleges, there is a very good source where ideas can be because you can get some input from the professors also. Usually colleges have some fairly good laboratories, and I have benefited because most of these colleges also have a startup. I mean, they have something called startup. I don't know what they start, but still they have a startup. So I just want to share in this platform that one of the best ways for innovating products is actually colleges, engineering colleges, where you can use the resource of students who have the time and inclination and little bit of money because they are very happy with little money, unlike big laboratories. I just want to share this on the platform. I have benefited immensely from colleges. Thank you.
Recently, I had an opportunity to visit some 3 or 4 engineering colleges. So I find almost all the colleges, they have a very good workshop. See, when we were doing our engineering graduation in our colleges, so at that time, lot of focus on mechanical, computer science, and electronics. Now, lot of focus is on artificial intelligence, machine learning, algorithms, and so they all are equipped with startup programs, startup labs. They have drones. They are utilizing drones for agriculture. They are utilizing drones for public announcements. So all those things are there, and they have a lot of strength in the professors. The professors, they are encouraged by the colleges or by the projects to take projects in industries. So they take lot of very good projects in the industries, not only in the public sector, also in the private. So they are bringing out in a very good way, and the industries also, they are focusing on their work. See, I had an interesting story from one customer in Germany. So there were two. One was making it is about a centrifugal separation system, centrifugal separation machine for milk processing. So the two competitors they were doing like something like our grinder. So they use the motor. They used to increase the speed with a pulley or with a gear drive, and they were doing the centrifugal separation. Suddenly, one of the competitors he brought a machine with a mixie type, that is motor directly onto the below the centrifugal separator, and he reduced the cost, he reduced the size, he reduced the losses, friction, everything was reduced, and the price of the job, price of the product was less, and the efficiency of the product was less. Time was very fast. So the other competitor, he tried to tried to replicate the mixie type, and he was flooded with orders. So he was not able to concentrate, or he was not able to allocate manpower for this mixie type of operation. And then finally he gave to one of my customers, and we worked jointly. We worked, and we made about this centrifugal separator model in a mixie type. We made all the prototypes here. We have done the testing for around 1 month. With the centrifugal separator is almost around is handling around 220 liters of milk at every time, or 220 liters per second. So the 220 liters of milk will be always inside the separator, and there will be a lot of process taking on. So we had opportunity to make this prototype, and we have to operate the 220 liters with at an RPM of around 11,500 RPM, which it was unimaginable to me at that time, and even at this time. Now also, I think rotating 220 kgs at 11,500 RPM is a very huge risk. But we could do only up to 6,500 RPM. With 220 kgs, we were operating at 6,500 RPM, and there was a lot of sensors and motion sensors, and the customer used to sit in Italy, and he'll review, and he will validate, he will see the testing online 24 hours. So we can do lot of things in this area. And when you combine this student power, and the universities and colleges, there are a lot of knowledge centers in the not in the country, in Chennai around us, and in all the parts of Tamil Nadu. Now they have got a lot of emphasis on industrial growth. And there is almost all the colleges, they have a center for university and industry collaboration. So that is also there. So only the problem is we have to go to the colleges, we have to sit with their principal, and we have to discuss. Or recommend. There will be a question to give us someone 10 students for us, at least some 2 or 3 days per week. They'll be happy, because that is also a marketing for them. Nowadays, colleges also trying to market themselves. So we can make use of this facility.
The students who are who work so hard during projects, they don't want to become entrepreneurs. They actually want to employment, because the salaries are the more intelligent they are, the better colleges. They have skyrocketing salaries. And so our experience is that though they get involved in the projects in college days, later they don't want to become entrepreneurs. They rather go for jobs.
Padmaraja, you have a question?
Oh, no, sir. Actually, no, not. Thank you.
Anyone else has a question, you may please unmute and ask.
My company, my contact number and my mail ID are in the presentation. So if anybody have any doubts or any improvements, any suggestions, or any ideas to develop, it may be a very good idea. We can work together to bring it in reality. We another important we have a lot of expertise centers in Chennai called TANSAM or TANCAM, and
Can you share your contact details in the chat box?
Yeah, I said.
I think to briefly answer Vishwanath sir, why students are not, even the bright students who do great projects during campus, why they are not, taking the risk to take the entrepreneurial role. It's mainly because, from their own family, right? They don't get the necessary support. Unless they are from business family, they don't get the support. And I have seen many, middle class businessmen, right? They made their money or fortune through business, but they do not want their daughters to be married to a businessman. They actually look for a
Yeah.
salary class.
No. Obviously, I'll tell you why. Because the salaries are skyrocketing. Because you see, MNCs today, for a fresher, they are ready to start off with 15 lakhs package, salary package. So if net of 15 lakhs to get, you actually have to do, after all expenses, you have to do about 2 crore business. Then only you'll get net of 15 lakhs with no worry, big named companies. So nobody wants to take that risk. What they forget is they are forgetting with, especially your speech last week, longevity is a big problem today. You work for 30 years after graduation, you have to live another 30 years after retirement, and doing nothing can really impact your health. So I feel what people should understand is there is a finite life in a job. However high you are placed, you can be, vice chancellor, you can be anything, but you will be forced to retire. Entrepreneurship gives an opportunity for continuity of purpose. You start something, maybe you will make only 1-2 lakhs in the first year, something like that, but you can grow. We call it opportunities. You can diversify, you can grow. That people are not highlighted. They are comparing. They're not really comparing apple to apple, and that is a problem.
True.
Today, there's a real problem. Growing old and growing alone, because children they will not stick to what you want. They will have their own ideas. And I see some of my classmates who are more intelligent than me, smarter than me, retired and sitting at home. It's so sad. It's so sad.
Yeah. So the one main point I see with the entrepreneurship in general is, the ability to delay the instant gratification, right? You said, right from campus, they land in a job 15 lakhs, right? But if they continue to be in the salaried class, right? Unless they, become like a Sundar Pichai or, dramatic growth, they become the board of directors, etc. Their salary or a commons increases a lot. Otherwise, a lot of other people, their salary increment over a period of time is not significantly high. Whereas as an entrepreneur, if somebody could, risk the initial days, had a brilliant idea and got the necessary support from everybody, perhaps, we all know the stories of, how Shiv Nadar, made it big. He was actually working for, I was talking to a gentleman, and Shiv Nadar was his colleague. He was actually in an electronics lab or something, right? And then he made it into computers, and he made a big empire now, right? Similarly, if people can delay the instant gratification, the parents can teach the students to and support the delaying of the instant gratification. If the society also supports them, like I said, because a lot of times, the people who are looking for grooms, right? They do not want people from doing risky business or any business. People from film industry. A lot of people do not want to give their, unless they are also from a similar business. So these are the, roadblocks. If the environment also becomes favorable, I think a lot of people, young people will venture into business.
Correct. Yeah. I try to entice a lot of people into entrepreneurship. I find it very, very difficult because risk versus reward, especially in this country, it's not because there's also social pressure to study well and perform well and get good marks and get a job in a top MNC. And even at the cost of happiness and health. It's very, very, very difficult to make people understand. They immediately, you know, when I talk about entrepreneur, they say, you are working very hard even now. I'm saying I work very hard because I enjoy working. That people don't understand. Yes. Yeah. Nice presentation today. I really enjoy. I mean, at least somebody. Thank you, Neeleshwaran.
Thanks, Neelesh.
Yeah, thank you.
I
Thank
wish you the very best. You are much junior to me, so you are on the path to entrepreneurship. I wish you the very best. We should meet sometime now that you have given your shared.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Thanks, Nilesh.